You see, when we talk about Chitta Vinyan, the consciousness, when this mental consciousness go into the body of individual beings, be it a human being, we say a human beings. Into animal's body, we say there's animals. Into the marine being, we say there's a fish, a cat, there's a squid, a prawns, and so forth, lobster, abalone. You see, in this whole world, that's full of what we call consciousness, right? It's just that now we are listening to the talk. And what is listening? Your consciousness, this mind state, right? When a person dies, this is the kind of mind state you are. Whether you are in the happy mind state, or delusional mind state, or mind state that is full of hatred, full of jealousy, full of greed, and the kind of mind state you're dwelling in. That's why it's so important that we got to maintain mindfulness. Mindfulness to control our mind. Mindfulness to maneuver ourselves from those unwholesome mind state. To shake away those unwholesome mind state right away from our mind. Right away. You say right away. Because why? It's unwise. Because the mind state will decide an individual beings of their future birth. And yes, if you are still not a Sotapanna, not an Arya yet, you are bound to be controlled by your own mind state. Whether you taking occupation, a mind state that is skillful or unskillful, kind, or full of hatred, full of anger, then mind state you will go. So when we talk about mind state, is beyond supposition term of whether you are a monk or whether you are Kubachan or whether you are lay people or no. It's a mind state. So it's very important to maintain this mind state. It's very crucial to maintain mindfulness because that is the only thing that can give you what we call it the guarantee that you won't drop into the woeful state. Right? That's why meditation is so important. Mental cultivation, we talk about sila, the observance of precept to keep our actions pure, our speech pure, and our mental state pure is so important, right? And integrated, That's why a lot of things that we involve externally, it doesn't help. It doesn't help with the mind state. It will only bring the mind state to a more lower level if we, don't know how to handle it properly, especially when we're engaging with external world. It's very, 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 very dangerous. A lot of people, when you never come to this kind of a mind state of study, and this is the whole world is crazy all about. They run after external thing, run every day. The minute they wake up from their bed, bam, they're off. They have no mindfulness to control their mind at all. And it's just out of hand. You see, that's why the Kubachan, focus on the breath, focus on Putto. Why? It's better our mind dwell in the occupation of Putto. The one who knows. Putto is the one who knows. And who knows? You know, the mind knows. Because it's with Putto that you can arrest, you can detect whether is my mind in an angry stage, is my mind in a jealousy state, is my mind unhappy, or, very rebellious stage. You can know deep inside this mind state of ourselves. Who know better than we ourselves? And if we know that we have this problem, then we can do the remedy. We can solve our problem. We can have a self-dialogue that, hey, look here, why can't we just do the practice, and without indulging other people? And that's why I keep telling people, don't make life difficult for ourselves. Don't make life difficult for external people because it will affect the karmic. There's a karma in everything we do. The repercussions. Because why? It comes in the form of memory. We can remember, and this memory will trigger out. But it has an impact into our own mind. right? It's very, very important, especially, for meditator, people want to cultivate my state. But of course, people who live in the worldly, lay people got involved with the society, they got no choice. Why? Because they have to face those nasty people, this cruelty of the world. The unfairness, they also must keep quiet. The anger, they must endure. And that's why the Dharma comes in, right? The Dharma comes in what? You got to endure. You got to practice perseverance. You got to practice forbearance on how far can you go? How hard can you take? How harsh can you endure? With all kinds of all odds from externally. And that is the training. Because why? We cannot please the world. But if we can withstand the harshness of the world, our mind will be an uppercut. Why? Because that is training. You know that, okay, my samadhi is, unshakable. My mind is wise enough to shake off this unwholesome state of mind that arises within me, ourselves. And who benefited? We ourselves. Other people might say that, stupid, it's okay, but we are not hurt. We are happy. We are non-reactional. It's not that we don't retaliate. We find it no use because the minute we retaliate, it's a form of defilement. It's a form of karma that we're going to create again. And that's why when we look at it, we are very scared. We are very fearful. That's why the word comes in hiri otapa, fearful of committing more mistake for ourselves because we already have enough suffering in our heart. We have already had enough hatred that we can't handle. We already have enough great delusional state of mind that arises enough we can't handle. So it's better that we, live within the temple boundary. What we handle within this temple boundary. We want to get crazy within this temple boundary. It's very safe because inside the temple, people are kind, people are forgiving, people won't revenge, you just live and let live, and no problem. But if we are outside the world, an eye for an eye, you do that to me, I'm going to attack you. And this is the world, right? So remember, we talk about this chitta vinyan, the mind state, the mind. That's why the Buddha emphasized so much. Every time he's saying, maintain mindfulness, maintain mindfulness, maintain this presence of mind in your body, this presence of mind, the present, maintain. Why? Because by maintenance of this presence of mindfulness, only can you detect, only can you see those shortcomings of ourselves, not other people, of ourselves. Why I get angry? Why? Oh, because I say this thing, but I'm not happy. Then we can have a dialogue on why. And we prop in. Oh, okay. You see, and then we know, we understand, we let go, we leave the matter rest there, and that's it. And our mind will detach. And you look at when the mind is detached, the happiness of lightness, there's no tension in the mind that can bring down the mind. And this is how your mind get elevated. The more you contemplate about the body, about the worldly thing, the more you get this passionate of the whole world, this enchanted. You slowly will detach. You will detach your mind automatically without you say you want to detach. The mind just, the minute you contemplate, you can feel the lightness, like something that is pulling you down has been released. And the more you contemplate, the more lighter your mind will feel. And this is what we call, the lightness, the gladness of Dharma. The happiness arrives through contemplations of Dharma, of our own mind state that's torturing us, and we are able to dialogue. And next time when this problem arises, we know how to deal with this kind of mind state. And this is what we call experience. This is what we call practice make perfect. This time feel, again, Tell ourselves, be more mindful next time. And this is how we reinforce ourselves. Okay? And that'll be the sharing for today.